Crypto has been crazy lately. A lot of meme coins, a lot of hype, a lot of things popping off. But realistically, the past month or two has been really a huge accumulation period. And we're going to show you that here in the charts today on this video. Today, we're going to be looking at the Ergo USD pair on TradingView. And we're also going to take a little bit of look at the Bitcoin USD pair just to see what the overall crypto market's doing. But to sum it up real quick, I think we're in for a longer period of accumulation and kind of like accumulation, but in a downwards trajectory. Right here, you can see we are currently trading at about $1.36 per ERG on the ERG USD pair. And really the past 2 weeks, the past month really has been nothing but a straight downward trend. And we kind of see this a lot in crypto or in Ergo. We see a huge boom of price and then a long accumulation period trying to digest that price, which is kind of what we're stuck in right now. You can see we are digesting this price right here, and we did the same thing in the past. Big green spikes, long accumulation periods. I don't think there's anything really to worry about, but I just want to show you the highs and lows of the range that ERG is trading in. So maybe, you can find more advantageous places to buy it at. If we zoom all the way out here on the ERG USD chart, I want to show you why I don't think we're in a majority downtrend anymore. I think we're in a majority accumulation channel, and that's because of this reason right here. If we take our highs for the previous, 2021 bull market, and we kind of cross this over here to our next high, we kind of have this descending triangle where like price was up here and then we retested this line. 2 touches on the line is a trend, and at about this first major pump in January, we broke that trend. So this is a huge downward momentum direction that I think we have definitely broken, and we have moving into a sideways accumulation zone. And the zone that I think we're kind of in is between $2 and $1.10. Let me show you here. So then we kind of have from right here to right here, and this huge accumulation zone is where we are starting on the overall macro level. So you can see, we were up here in 2021, we came down, we broke this trend when we crossed over here in 2023. And then from there, we are just in a major area of what I think is like long-term accumulation, maybe all 2023, all right? Within this accumulation zone that I think started around 2023, we have a couple levels that I'm watching. The current one that is our support is going to be the $1.32 level. The current resistance is going to be the $1.39 level. And that is because, let me remove this. That's because back, last week when ERG had that huge pump when this day was the day the Fed decided to raise the debt ceiling. When that happened, we had a huge pump. But you can see the next day we did not confirm a close above that $1.39 level. So we did hold it as a resistance level instead of flipping it to support. So currently our resistance is going to be this $1.39 level, and our support is going to be $1.32. I still think it's going to be pretty hard for us to break $1.32, but if we do break $1.32 and move to the downside, the next spot I'd be looking is about $1.10, $1.12, which is right down here. It's our lowest low for ERG, this kind of bear market. You can also see when we bring in the 200-day simple moving average and the 50-day simple moving average, 200 is going to be in orange, the blue is going to be the 50, that we are kind of crossing over here about the $1.52. So short term, I really expect the 50 to come down and meet us within this $1.30, $1.40 range. But you can see those are holding at about $1.50. So we have a lot of resistance at about $1.50, $1.52. But if ERG stays down here in this $1.32 to $1.39 channel, those moving averages will meet us down here, and maybe we'll eventually be able to get all that convergence at about $1.40 and pop above it. Another thing I really like looking at right now is the Bollinger Bands. And you can see when we are in a bull market, we're really hovering on the top end of a Bollinger Band. And then when we were in accumulation zone, we kind of scraped the bottom. So you can see back in the bull market, we were really pushing up against the upper level of the band. And in the bear market, we scraped the bottom before pumping a little, scraped the bottom before pumping a little, scraped the bottom before pumping a little. And right now we're kind of getting to that point where we are scraping the bottom. You can see kind of these bottoms are like accumulation zones. It can break a little bit lower or higher, but when it's kind of zoning into this bottom trend and reaching where all 3 lines are getting close and close and close and converging on each other, that's when you're kind of in an accumulation zone. And then when the 3 lines split up very far in distance away from each other, non-convergence, they diverge from each other, you're either having a pretty positive bullish or bearish move depending on the direction. The last thing I want to look at is the RSI. So our momentum is kind of stagnant, not really On the RSI terms, our trajectory is not really up or down. You can also see this with the high Kanashi candles is we were in a huge downtrend, then we accumulated a little, we were in a huge downtrend. Now we're just kind of accumulating a little, and I expect it to kind of continue between $1.32 and $1.39. And our RSI kind of shows the same thing. I was buying right here because we were so oversold. And I thought that was a good thing. And it was, you could have sold it up here at $1.52 if you caught those candles. I don't really feel like selling right now, but I was buying last week right here at about the 21st for $1.38. And we're not as oversold right now, but price is still moving lower. So I expect if we get down to $1.32, we will double bottom here, getting below the 30 on the RSI, which is another spot I'd be looking to buy at. That's kind of the overall sentiment of what ERG is doing in the crypto market right now. And it's nothing too much to write home about. ERG, along with a lot of crypto, is in this accumulation zone. Bitcoin's doing it, Ethereum's doing it, Cardano's doing it. Everything except meme coins is kind of doing this accumulation period. And I think if I were, to say whether now is a good or bad time to buy, I would say now is a great time to buy. Anything under $2 for ERG is a specifically good time for me to buy. The reason I say anything under $2 is because all-time high is about $19 to $20. So anything under $2 gives you a relatively capable area where I can see a 10x happen. I can see us going back to 20 because I've only seen better and bigger things come for ERG, for the Ergo blockchain and development on it, especially with things like the Rosen Bridge coming. And if the Rosen Bridge ports to Cardano, you can expect some of Cardano's liquidity to get to Ergo and vice versa. But I think Ergo in the next bull run is going to have a lot of things like NFTs, DeFi, meme coins, a lot of things more fully fledged out, kind of like how Cardano has always been a little bit behind Ethereum, while Ergo, I think, is a little bit behind Cardano as far as scale of the blockchain. So I am definitely looking for that 10x to happen, and I think that anything under $2 for ERG is a great thing for me personally to buy. The last thing I want to show you in this video is the Bitcoin USD chart, and I think the Bitcoin USD chart is really great to look at because it really shows us what all of crypto is doing, whether you're in Cardano, Ethereum, Ergo. The Bitcoin chart is going to show you what is happening in overall crypto liquidity. And so I think it's really important to look at. Other people will kind of agree with that. But this is what I'm seeing on the Bitcoin chart. So we had right here is our 2021 bull market top. Down here was kind of our low for the 2022 bear market start, kind of around that $15,000 mark. But right now, what I think is happening on Bitcoin in the medium to short term is we are trading between, obviously we are trading between 30,000 and 25,000. What I physically see is a downward sloping trend, which is going to bring us towards this 25.5 area. And, like sometime this summer, maybe late June is what I'm looking at, kind of like right here. June 30th, July 1st, June 20th, something like that. Kind of this area is where I'm targeting. Again, with Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin's in a downwards trend anymore. You can see we take the all-time high of Bitcoin, and then we touch it against some touch points to build our trend line. And you can see that around October 2022, Bitcoin stopped falling. It didn't put its all-time high or all-time low for the bear market. We did still put that in around December, but Bitcoin definitely stopped falling on a larger trend either around October, or if you even want to move this trend line to this touch point, I think that's the FTX touch point of November 22nd. Even if you move it there, then Bitcoin stopped falling December of 2022. Because Bitcoin stopped falling, we broke the downward trend line. I think that moves Bitcoin and all of the other assets in crypto into a more accumulation phase where we might not necessarily be in an upwards trend on the long term, but I think 2023 is going to be the start of the upwards trend and much more an accumulation period between the bull and the bear cycles. You can see that here, just what has been happening in 2023. Bitcoin has been moving up, and it's been moving up in a broadening wedge pattern. So, I mean, like, if you just look at this, like, it's getting bigger and larger. And technically, these broadening wedge patterns to the upside indicate bullishness. And then if you think that this is an upwards trajectory, which it definitely looks like, then this triangle formation right here, this is technically a bullish flag. So when you have a flag in a downward trajectory, it's a bearish flag. You expect breaks to the downside. When you have a flag build up in a bullish trajectory and an upwards momentum, that is a bullish flag. So you expect this to most likely break to the upside in the long term. What we're seeing on the daily RSI for Bitcoin also corresponds to this is you're seeing sentiment move downwards and momentum move downwards. And you're seeing that the that Bitcoin is going to be moving more towards oversold eventually. And that kind of coincides with our, bullish flag here is we'll get oversold into this 25,000 area, and it's going to feel kind of boring. But eventually, as it creeps down on the RSI, we will expect it to get into this wedge deeper and deeper, get kind of squeezed by both buyers and sellers. And eventually, what I would expect is a pop upwards to about the 30,000 level. Again, I don't really day trade. I don't really care to day trade. I have a normal job and I have other things I have to do. So I can't really sit here and watch this stuff all day. But this is kind of what I'm seeing in the overall crypto market. I would expect June to be a continued kind of just boring month, downwards trending month, but really it's not a downtrend in the overall macro view of what's happening in crypto. Developments are still really happening. Meme coins and NFTs are still happening. New blockchains are happening. Legislation's happening. So I think it's a downtrend short term for June, maybe July. But Benjamin Cowan's been talking about a summer lull. I think we definitely could be having that. But after that summer lull, I think we will see new highs for the 2023 season, for the 2023 year, and definitely eventually the start of the next bull market. All right. That is kind of what I'm looking at. If you agree or disagree, please let us know. I'd be happy to discuss in the comments, but hopefully that provided you some value and you can kind of see what I'm seeing. Again, everything I do on TradingView is with a free account, so feel free to chart it yourself and let me know. Other than that, I hope this really provided you some value, and we will see you in the next video.